These are often ranked as the two best business class seats in the world, Qatar's Qsuite and ANA's The Room. Qatar wins most of the global awards, ANA dominates many hard product comparisons. But here's what most reviews don't tell you. Depending on how you actually fly, one of these could be the wrong choice. And in this video, we're breaking down exactly which one you should book and why. If you're flying long haul from the United States to Asia or the Middle East, you've almost certainly come across these two names. Qatar Airways changed the business class industry with the Qsuite, introducing doors, flexible layouts, and a focus on privacy that set a new standard. All Nippon Airways responded with The Room, a seat so wide that many travelers say it feels closer to first class than business. Both products are premium, both are expensive, and both offer an excellent experience. But they are designed with very different priorities. Instead of ranking them or declaring a single winner, this comparison focuses on something more useful. Which one actually makes sense for your trip, your travel style, and your expectations? Let's start with seat design, because this is where the difference becomes obvious immediately. Qatar Qsuite is all about enclosure and flexibility. High walls, a sliding door, and multiple seating configurations define the experience. If you're traveling as a couple, Qsuite is especially strong. The center seats can convert into a shared space, and some rows even allow 4 passengers to dine together. It feels modern, intentional, and very private, particularly on overnight flights. ANA's The Room takes the opposite approach. Instead of wrapping you in, it gives you space, a lot of space. The seat is one of the widest business class seats in the sky. Even with the door closed, the design feels more open and less cocooned. So, this immediately creates a clear split. If you want maximum privacy and flexibility, Qatar Qsuite makes more sense. If you want maximum physical space, ANA The Room stands out. Neither approach is objectively better, but one may fit your travel style far better than the other. For most long-haul travelers, sleep is the deciding factor. Qatar's Qsuite offers a comfortable, well-padded bed with bedding that feels familiar to travelers used to Western airlines. The mattress topper adds softness, and the enclosed design helps block out light and distractions. ANA's bed feels noticeably firmer. This reflects a more traditional Japanese approach to comfort, supportive rather than plush. Some travelers absolutely prefer this, especially on very long overnight flights. Others lean toward the softer, hotel-like feel Qatar provides. The difference isn't about quality, it's about preference. One important point needs to be said clearly. In terms of pure seat space alone, ANA's hard product probably has the edge. The Room gives you more room to move than almost any other business class seat currently flying. So, the honest takeaway is simple. Prefer a softer, enclosed sleeping environment? Qatar. Prefer space and a firmer sleep surface? ANA. Service philosophy is another major difference between these two airlines. ANA is known for consistently excellent service, polite, precise, and highly structured. The experience is very predictable in a good way. You generally know exactly what you're going to get. Qatar's service can reach higher peaks. On a great flight, it feels warm, proactive, and genuinely memorable. However, there is more variation depending on route and crew. This creates a clear trade-off. ANA offers consistent excellence. Qatar offers higher highs with more variation. Neither is better by default. It depends on whether you value predictability or flair. Instead of arguing about which airline has better food, it's more useful to look at how dining actually works on board. Qatar offers dine on demand. You eat when you want, in the order you want. This is especially useful on long flights when managing jet lag or irregular sleep schedules. ANA's dining is more structured and closely reflects Japanese culinary traditions. The Japanese menu is often excellent, but the experience follows a more formal service flow. If you enjoy Japanese cuisine and structured dining, ANA can be a highlight. If you value flexibility and familiar options, Qatar is easier. Again, this isn't about better or worse, it's about fit. This is where real-world considerations start to matter more than reviews. Qatar operates a vast global network. Qsuite is available on many routes and across multiple aircraft types. That makes it easier to book and easier to rebook if your plans change. ANA's The Room is far more limited. It's primarily available on specific 777-300ER aircraft, mostly on US-Japan routes. Aircraft swaps do happen, and if you don't check carefully, you might book ANA expecting the room and end up with a different seat. That's why checking the exact aircraft type is critical. Platforms like Kiwi can be useful here, especially when comparing routes or looking for alternatives if schedules change. The best seat in the world doesn't matter if it's not actually on your flight. Let's make this practical. Choose Qatar Qsuite if you're traveling as a couple, you value privacy and flexibility, you want broader route availability. Choose ANA The Room if you're flying solo, you prioritize seat space above all else, you value consistency and structure. If we're judging pure hard product, ANA arguably has the advantage. If we're judging overall versatility, Qatar often makes more sense. And that's why so many people get this choice wrong. So, which one is better? Neither, unless it fits your trip. Qatar Qsuite is one of the most versatile business class products ever created. ANA The Room is one of the most spacious and refined hard products in the sky. Both deserve their reputation. They just excel in different ways. Once you understand those differences, the right choice becomes obvious. One last practical note. When traveling internationally, having reliable data access can make a big difference, especially during connections or disruptions. I personally use Saily when traveling abroad because it works without swapping SIM cards or dealing with roaming issues. I've linked it below if you want to check coverage for your destination. If you found this comparison useful, give the video a like. It helps it reach more people who actually care about premium travel. And if you want more honest, no-nonsense comparisons like this, consider subscribing. That's exactly what this channel's about. Let me know in the comments, which one would you book? Qatar Qsuite or ANA The Room?